Alright, just gonna do a quick video here on the Super T10s. Just a quick way to identify them and just give you guys some information of what you'll see out there of like a 2-line or a 3-line or a 4-line and what that means. So these both are 2 lines, and if you look on the input shaft, you have 1, 2 lines. And that's what they're talking about when they indicate if it's a 1-line or a 2-line or a 3-line. I think they even make these in a 5-line. They'll just have a multitude more lines if it is. Being a 2-line, I got it written on here, that's a 243 first gear. With that being said, the 243 2-line is the strongest gear set of the Super T10s. So in my mind, that makes these the ones you want or the most valuable ones. This is something to keep in mind. The 3-line a little weaker, the 4-line a little weaker, and then the 5 lines, I don't remember if they make a 6-line or not, but the 5 lines for sure I've heard are pretty weak. Just want to put that out there to help some people understand. I've seen where some people are asking $700 for a 5-line, and in my mind that's pretty ridiculous. And that's not really the ones you want. So hopefully this helps some people understand that. These ones are what you want. 2-line, I think a 3-line would be pretty good as well. The difference between a 2-line and a 3-line as far as advertised what they can handle is about 20 foot-pounds difference. So it's not a whole lot of difference, but I've seen 500 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque put through the 2 lines, no problem. The 3 lines, I'm not quite sure where that limitation would be, but in my mind, when you're looking for these, you really want to get a 2-line. Hey, if you come across a 3-line, that's all right, but as you get up to the 4 and 5 lines, if they're giving them away, if they're cheap, hey, you can try it. And I think you'll be all right with a 5-line or a 4-line in lower horsepower applications, that stock 350 stuff, 250 horsepower, 300 horsepower range. And how you drive it, that's a big thing, but just some information here. This one, eventually, I think I'm going to put in the 73 Camaro. Haven't 100% decided yet, but that was the plans with this one. This one's been all rebuilt and gone through new synchros. That one is just a good spare. I haven't rebuilt it or gone through it. I did pop it apart and inspect it, and it's in really good shape. So I figured, hey, why not have a spare? I came across these last year and picked them both up. But just some good information for you guys. If you're in the T10 market, look for a 2-line or a 3-line. That would be my opinion on that. That's going to get you the strongest gear set, and it's just the most valuable on resale as well, in my opinion. Some people go back and forth on that, but from what I see, this is going to be your best bang for your buck. Both of these are actually Firebird or Trans Am ones. One of the two was behind a 455. I think the other one was behind a 400, vice versa. I could be confusing it. They both could have been 400s, but most of the time you'll find a 2-line from something like that where it had a high torque number or a higher horsepower number from the factory that required it. So these are a couple good units that I got, and just wanted to pass on that information. Another nice thing with these, and something you want to keep in mind with these, is they do have the 400 turbo output shaft. So you'll have to change the yoke if you don't have that already, but that's a pretty simple change. But again, that's kind of a nice benefit, a little bit more strength there as well. These things are getting harder and harder to find, but hey, when you do come across them, just keep an eye out, and that way you don't overpay, and also you know what you're looking for when you got a good one. So hopefully this helps some people, and I think that'll be it for today. Thanks.